Hello friends, welcome back to my crafting corner. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com and I am really excited that you guys are stopping by and hanging out with me. So, a couple of things. We're going to do a little bit of chatting today and we are going to work on our first paper pumpkin kit alternative for December. Super cute. You guys are going to love it. But let's start with the chatting. So, if you've been here before, you guys know that I went on vacation at the end of November for Thanksgiving and came back. I want to say the same, December 9th. And since then, I have not really uploaded any videos. So I want to kind of address that with you guys before we move on. The truth is, life has gotten more hectic than I can handle. I feel that the last, 3-4 weeks have been one thing after the other, and I just have not had the bandwidth to really create cards and do separate cards for my lives, and it just has gotten to be too much. And don't get me wrong, I love being here, I love making cards, I love chatting with you guys, but the truth is I also am aware that I have to take care of me and those around me. And so I feel that even though it's been I've been out of YouTube or Facebook for a little bit, I have had to just to take care of a few things. And when I say a few things, I am not kidding you guys. My day job has gotten out of this world crazy. We started some renovations at home, and you guys guessed that, it's us do the renovations. So it means that we need to put the effort and time into do those. And again, it's just we've had, and I know some of you may be having the part of it, like a couple of really cold winter snaps and cold snaps, and that means helping the coop and our chickens get winterized. I mean, just in general, it's a lot of things happening. Not to mention coming back from a trip and, getting all speed up on what's going on in the house and coming Christmas. So again, lots of things happening. That has given me some time to rethink what I want to do with the YouTube channel, because I really love being here with you guys. And so I am a independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I want to keep that going. I really love creating cards. Like I mentioned, I really love chatting with you guys. It's a really important part of me right now, and so I am going to keep up with the channel. I just have to figure out a way that it's not too crazy for me. I most likely will try to keep with my Tuesday lives, but that's the part I am trying to define. Like it or not, being in a live, it's super cool and stops some of the editing of a video, which takes time and whatnot, but it also means I have to be very ready for the live, and sometimes I just don't. And so I don't know, if you go to my blog, you notice that I have not been able to actually blog lately, and again, I feel like it's disappointing for me, and I feel that I'm disappointing you. So I just don't, I'm trying to figure out the best option and how to be balanced about all the other areas in my life. So I'll try to keep the lives. You will always see if there's going to be a live, because I'll be very mindful as to put that little red button in front of it, so you know when I'm going to be live. I'm going to try to keep up with the paper pumpkin kit alternatives. So we'll see how this goes. I'm asking you guys to give me some grace. If I don't have a live, I will absolutely let you know. That way we're all aware and in good communication. Okay. Whew. That came out. I hope it came out okay. Now let's focus on our paper pumpkin kit alternative. Guys, if you don't know what paper pumpkin kit is, it is a Stampin' Up monthly kit that costs $23.50 in the United States. And in that little box, you will get everything you need to create whatever craft they have decided for that month. This month, so for the month of December, it's little boxes, and I absolutely love it. I think you guys are going to love them too, as they are. But of course, we always work on alternatives, and my alternatives tend to be less 3D and a little bit more just always working on cards. But I think we're going to have fun with them. And it, like I said, it includes everything you're going to need. So it will include whatever adhesives. It will include cutouts. It will include card bases. If it's card bases, in these cases, they're cards, and it will include those. So super cool. It is a wonderful way to increase your stamp sets because it brings exclusive stamp set, and it's also a great way to include your your ink color collection because it always brings a stamping spot, and I'll show you all those here in a second. So don't hesitate to hit that link below and subscribe to it. It's wonderful. Also, it is flexible. If you decide that you can't afford it for a couple months or whatever, you can just cancel it and come back. Or if you just don't like the upcoming kit, right? That happens sometimes, and that's perfectly okay. So you can cancel it and you can come back when you're ready. So the last thing is you need to be signed up before the 11th of each month to get access to that month's kit. So for example, for the next kit, you need to be signed up by January 10th to get access to that to January's kit. I hope that makes sense. I always think it makes sense, but I'm not sure sometimes. Okay, let's get started with the kit. Let me show you what we got. And I'm going to move this a tiny bit. It feels like I'm a little bit off there. Okay, I think it's a little bit better. Maybe not. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I know I've been out for a while, so I don't even know how to speak to a camera anymore. I'm like feeling shy and stuff. If you've been here before, you know that I try to use only what's in the box. That is my goal. I will bring my tools because my assumption is you have something similar, right? Like a trimmer, scissors, bone folders, that kind of stuff. Glue. I sometimes utilize glue. The kit brings glue dots. I prefer my glue to it, to be honest, if I need it. I will bring, so let me start, let me start showing you. I will bring my big ink pad instead of opening the ink spot, and this is an ink spot. Oops. There you go. Super cool. I love them, but I just save them and use them in other occasions. I already have this open, so I don't see the need of opening that little one, right? I will use, again, just tools, most likely. The only other thing I let myself or allow myself to bring is a piece of white cardstock or black cardstock. It kind of will depend on where we're at, like what the colors of the kit are and what I am building, because my assumption again is that you most likely will have some white cardstock and some black cardstock. Okay, let me show you the kit. I know a lot of people has received it. I'm going to show you the box first because it's super cute, and that is super loud. I'm sorry, but I love this. When I was little, I remember drawing this kind of confetti look all the time, like writing you know, I don't know, writing something to say congratulations and make little confetti things, and I just love it. I played that a lot. Okay, you know that every kit brings some paper to protect their stuff. It just looks very beautiful. I am going to remove it right now before I start showing it to you, because as you guys can tell, it is pretty noisy. Sorry, it's noisy. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you guys, this is the next January paper pumpkin kit. It's called Key to My Heart, and it's really, really beautiful. I was signed in to have some of the information available, and it just kicked me out. So it happens every so often. Let me see if I'm able to log in very quickly and show you what it's coming. Okay, let me see. So I just wanted to let you guys know which colors it has and stuff like that, which sometimes it is it is in our website, in the demonstrator website. So it includes what you need for cards is 9 cards, and it's 3 of each. So 3 each of each design, and it also seems to have some beautiful vellum, some key die cuts, a special padlock. So very, very cute. Let's see the coordinated colors it has is Calypso Coral, Fresh Freesia, Mango Melody, Petal Pink, and these designs has some gold foil accented. I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. Bottom line, it also has some gold. So I can't wait to see it. You guys know that we really don't have access to the kit itself, but that's what's coming, and it's obviously very Valentine's Day themed. Now I want to point out that with these with the December kit, they also added it has an add-on, what we call an add-on, and it brings card bases. So a lot of the people will want to buy the card bases if you rather. I have not, because again, I'm just using what's in the kit. I got the kit, I want to say Thursday, and today is Friday 23rd, December 23rd, and I got this on the 21st. So I've not had a lot of opportunity to look much, but I did not get the add-on. So because again, my assumption is this is what you got, so we're going to work with what you got. These are the boxes that you will get. They are pretty similar to the Halloween boxes, and I'm going to open this. So you will get several of these. Aren't these beautiful? And you can play back and forth. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. The kit brings very clear and self-explanatory instructions that you can absolutely play with. Okay, and it coordinates, and it always in the back has the pieces that it brings. So these are the card base, not the card bases, the box bases, just the areas to put your sentiments, cutouts, what I call the wrappers. It has the stamps at here, the stamping spot. It coordinates with Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bright, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, and Tahitian Tide. And you can make up to 16 boxes if you use the kit as is. Okay, so I'm moving that out of the way, and let me introduce you to the kit. You probably have seen these already many times because I really got it late this year. So it is what it is. This is the twine it brings. I want to say it's basic gray twine, and I like it because it's just a very neutral color that you can use with any colors, which is one of the things that we have. It does bring some tear and tape in here. It's a little thinner than our regular tear and tape. So this is a regular tear and tape. I want to say this is half, and this is probably a fourth of an inch, I'm thinking. And it's probably to use specifically with the boxes. I'm going to put these on the side. I always put my tear and tape here on the side, but if you're going to be using your boxes as is, you're really going to need that width of tear and tape. This is the, let me bring my silicone craft sheet. This is the stamps that you get. I love this because the whole goal is that you're going to be able to have these boxes to create little gifts for any occasion, right? So it's got special delivery, happy birthday, with love for you, congrats, graduation, you did it, good things come in small packages, cheers to forever. So as you can see, it includes, I would say, cheers to forever, wedding, special delivery. Can be for anything, because special delivery can be for a happy birthday, special delivery, it can be for a baby, you have congratulations. So it has a lot of gift giving options, and I love it. So I'm going to put that aside. It brings some dimensionals. These are the big dimensionals, and as you guys know, I put them on the side because I use them all the time. These are some of the areas, the things that they bring for general decoration, and put sentiments. These are the cutouts it brings. It brings these beautiful flowers, just kidding, leaves. It brings some cupcakes. It brings flowers, the graduation caps, and some beautiful stars. It brings these that are, you know, just to be able to decorate. I really like this because it brings a lot of it. And look at that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is super cute to use. It brings, again, some extra areas to put your sentiments. And here the same. And it could be the sentiments. You can just like brush blend this and create different colors with it. Super cool. These are what I have been calling the wrappers. You guys know that I don't know how to call that. And they are double-sided. And that's what I meant when I was saying you can play a lot with this, because you can use it this way or you can use it this other side. Super cool. I'm going to show you. It has 4 of them. And again, double-sided. I absolutely love it. Let me see. It has the blue one. So I guess if you want to say this is more general, more feminine, this is more baby, because it's kind of the, you know, has the stars and whatnot. This is the graduation one, as it has some little caps in there in the back. Oops. The back of that one is just the garden green. And this is just general birthday, and super happy on the other side, striped ones. And then the same goes for the boxes. The boxes are double-sided and brilliant, right? That way you have blue, but if you want, you can have them gray, and you have petal pink, and then you have green on the other side. This is a Tahitian tide one, and it has a calypso coral, super vibrant, and of course yellow and garden green. So very cool colors to play with. I am going to try to save this and not destroy them, to be fully honest with you, but we'll see how that goes, because again, I have said this, when they make these 3D packages, it's wonderful, really wonderful. And really useful. This kit is super useful for you long term and through all the year, right? It's very nice to have to be able to make this little boxes. This is called Good Things Come in Small Packages. You can pack little gifts in here, gift cards. Super cool. I really like it. So I don't want to just use them, you know what I'm saying, and not be able to use the boxes as they come, but if we need them, we'll use them, of course. Okay, so that's all the presentation. I'm going to move everything out of the way. I'm going to keep these in here, and we're going to start with what we're going to do today. Okay, first thing, today we're going to do a double C fold. It is a very regular, normal, common is the word I'm looking for, common card that we, out there. There's hundreds of versions of it. Now, I want to take some time with you guys to talk about the C fold, what it is, and what an easy option it is to make your card stick just a step up, right? So this is just a regular piece of white cardstock, and we are going to cut it at, in the 11th side, we're going to cut it at 5.5. And guys, you're going to laugh at this, but I even feel out of place. Like, I don't remember my measurements. I don't remember anything. Now, this is the 8.5, and we are going to score these at 4.25, which is the half. Okay? And the half of this, and I have them all marked up in here. I know you guys know that. The half of 4.25, it's 2 1/8, and we're going to score this. And so this is a very basic, let me move this out of here, fold. Oh, that was a little bit dirty there. Okay, it's called C fold because here's the Z, right? Pretty simple if you see it like that. Now, when we call it a double C fold, we're going to do the exact same thing to this little piece. This is the other half, and we're going to score it at 4.25 and score this one at 2 1/8. Okay? And so let's say I'm going to cut these at 2 3/4, and this is just for showing purposes of what I mean. Okay, and we're going to just as we did, we're going to do mountain and then valley out of practice. So here's the cool thing about a double C fold, and it is that you can put this in here, you can put this in the middle, you can put this up high, right? So you can play with this as much as you want, and all you have is the same cut. So this is the same thing. We cut it, we fold it just as this one, we turn this around, and that's what we got. Super cool. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of focus there. So you can make these a little smaller on the length, right? So instead of it being all the way here, it goes there. And we're going to do that today, so we create some fun. But again, you can use this whatever you have, however you want. Now, you can do this also on the other side, and that's the version where we're going to say what I mean by the other side. Sometimes I know what I'm saying, but I'm not explaining it correctly. So I have already this piece of white cardstock that I use my blending brush and the garden green to create some extra cardstock, right? I've said this many times. When we have a lack of card bases, we kind of have to explore other options with what we have. And what I have blending brushes, I sure hope you have one set or a few. If you don't, I highly recommend them. You can have so much fun creating with that. So don't hesitate. Go to my online shop or an online store and get them. Actually, Stampin' Up is coming up with smaller brushes, and I can't wait to get them because I feel that they allow you to play a little bit more with just the general options when you're blending with smaller areas, or just blending, although you can use a daubers, but you know, in your with your stamps and whatnot. So I already have my little piece of white cardstock, and it has I have already blended. What I was trying to tell you guys is, we're going to go ahead and here is, so now we're going to cut this in half. So this is the 8.5. Let me move this a tiny bit here. 8.5 side, and we're going to align there in our marvelous trimmer, and we're going to cut in half. And we're going to score just the same. We're going to score, so this is the 11 side. We're going to score this in half, which in this case is 5.5. And then we're going to score this in half, which in this case is 2 3/4. And like I said, don't be shy and help yourself. I have them all marked up in here. I don't know if you can see it, but I am going to bring it up so you can see it. I have them all marked up. I don't see why I need to struggle. Right? And just the same, we're going to do is we're going to fold these mountain and valley. And guess what we're going to do? The exact same thing, except I think I may use white. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think I'm going to use white in this one. So we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to cut this at half, so 4 1/4, and I'm going to score at 5.5, and then at 2 3/4. And now it comes to, what is my plan for this card, right? So I have a couple of ideas, and because this is green, I think I'm going to end up using, I'm not sure if I'm going to end up using this color. Let me show you. Where is the little green? I wanted to use it with this one. Oh no, it looks good. I think I'm going to use this side. As you can tell, when you blend, when you use your blending, your blending brush, sorry, you can create different shades, right? This is a little bit darker. This is a little bit lighter. I forget how to talk even. And so we are going to, let me move this a tiny bit. I'm going to score these as we had. 5.5 and 2 3/4. So how cool is that, right? With just this basic idea, you can have two very different cards, but it's the same exact concept, right? This is just a C-fold, and you can just add a double fold doing cutting on another piece just like this, like I showed you earlier. I'm sorry, I kind of forget how to talk. Okay. We are going to cut this, and I'm trying to figure out what I really want. And you guys know that I have less time to plan because I recently opened it. I have decided that this is what I wanted to do, but I am changing my mind. Actually, it happens. Happens to the best of us. I think I want to use this one. And I want to use it white, actually. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We cut this, and I think this was a 3. Let's cut this. So again, this is 8.5 by 5 1/4, or 5.5, and it's score at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. Okay, and now, and this is just the same. I think I want this at 1 3. Now I'm going to cut it at 2. Let's see if 2 works. Okay, And we're going to do the same thing. Mountain and valley. And of course, what we need to bring here is our beautiful bow folder. If you don't have one, go to my online store. This is such a useful tool. And I'm going to do the same for these. In there. And there we go. And we're just really enforcing those folds and making those creases nice. This is going to go like here on top. That's my idea, but I think I want it a little smaller. So I'm going to go with 1 3/4 like I initially thought of. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so oops, this is going to go in here like so. And oops, I'm off camera. Man, I'm out of practice, guys. Don't laugh though. So I really like this. We are going to use most likely these to create the green panels. And let me bring the wrappers. I'm trying to decide with which wrappers I'm going to use. And I think I'm going to use a variation of mixing. I'm trying to see which ones I like the most. Let's see. Just trying to figure out which one. This one is too vibrant on that side. And I'm not sure with the idea I have anyways. So this is the one, I think. Yep. We're going to do this. Okay, let's go back to measurements. You guys know I will have those measurements linked down below for you. Most likely this will be in the description below, so it's much easier for you. But this is quite simple to figure out, right? So we have, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which means that we need, I'm trying to see what I have already around and what I can play with. So we'll need and you know I like my eighths. So 5 1/4, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we'll need 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Yes, yeah. And then these are 2 1/8 by 5 1/2. So we're going to have 2 by 3 by 2 3/8. So this one won't change, but this is going to be just half. Pretty simple. Okay, so let's start with the decoration. I'm going to use the darkest of these for this area, and then I'm going to use these for, the lighter one for these tops. Okay, so let's start with that. I'm going to cut this where we got it, where we scored it initially, and so we said, and because this is already 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, right? It's going to be very simple to cut it. So I'm going to go and decrease it 1/8. I almost messed this up. Thank you for checking. 1/8 there. So see, 4 1/4. There it is. And I'm taking off the darkest area because this is a little lighter. I don't know if you can see it. And then going back here, and I'm actually going to make sure that I have this piece where this you can still see the where I folded and creased it. So we are going to go to 5 3/8 and cut that one. Okay, and this is going to fit in here perfectly. with an 1/8. Now, I'm going to bring another piece that we already almost have set up in here. This one is already folded, so I'm going to cut it as well. This is going to be 5 1/4. And I'm going to cut it right now by 4. And this is where we're going to do some stamping, hopefully, and some fun. So this is going to go on top of this one. You can make this one smaller if you want, right? Super simple. There you go, something like that. Okay, so that's our first one. And now these, we're going to go back again. We're going to get this, we're going to cut right there where we initially scored it. And again, this is already the right size, right? And we're going to cut these in half. So we said this is 4 1/4, and here is my mark. Oh my God, I'm so off. You guys need to call me out on that one. So this is 2 1/8, which is the half of 4 1/4. We're going to cut that one. So do we have these cut in half? But we're going to need to cut these a little bit. So we're going to cut an 1/8 smaller. So I'm going to bring this up here. Cut just an 1/8. So again, this is now 2, and this is going to be 5 3/8. And like I said before, I am cutting the darker sides. I'm just making sure that my measurements are correct, because, you know, I've been out and I definitely did not remember anything. And we're going to go back to this one, so 5 3/8. And this is going to go to 2. Okay, so our card is starting to take some, how would you call it, some looks, to take kind of a face. Now this is going to cover, this would be a layer here. So we're going to make this, and this is 1 7/8. And unfortunately, yes, we're cutting these, and it's very beautiful. So I am sad about that, but we're going to survive. And this is going to be 5 1/4. And yes, I want them. I want the stripes like that. And it looks really, really cute. And we're going to cut the other one. Very, very sad. So I am thinking, just to bring some fun into these, I am actually going to use this one. Let's see if this works. So we said this should be 1 7/8. I think I'm cutting 2 here. Wait. Woof! Now I saved it. Okay, so we're going to cut this one. And I'm cutting this one because if I do not like how it looks on this side, I will definitely like it on this. And we are going to go here to 5 1/4, and we're going to cut. Okay, so bottom line, this is going to go here. And we're going to bring our card base. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm not sure we're going to need it anymore, but if we do, we'll bring it back up. So see, like these makes it more noticeable that this is not exactly, that is a light shade of garden green. This, and that's why I'm trying to use the lighter side of my garden green blended area. So I'm thinking of putting this one here, this one here, and we have still the white to decorate, right? But we're going to glue this stuff first, or adhere this stuff first, and we'll go from there. Funny enough, I don't have my Stampin' Seal Plus, because what would I? So we are going to have to struggle a little bit with time. I'm going to do this as fast as I can. I am using my Take Your Pick tool, which is probably the best, one of the best tools from Stampin'Up. I mean, they are all amazing, but this tool is such a time saver. You can use it for so many things. I am going to adhere this. So the easiest way for me is to put this straight like that. I would call it horizontal. Use my 2 fingers to align and make sure it's straight. Make sure I am calculating that 1/8 all around, and there it goes. Good enough. And these will go back in here, so I am going to adhere this as well. Yeah, I have my Stampin' Seal Plus up on my office. I work from home, so that's a good thing. But it's upstairs because I was sending or finishing my Christmas cards this week. And yeah, it's up there. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put it horizontal and use my fingers to just align this as best as we can. And there we go. Okay. So this is how it's going to start looking. Go back in here. We're going to add, just keep thinking, do I want these? I think I want this side. So, bye-bye pretty green. I know I talked too much at the beginning of the video, and that took some time from us, but I think we're going to make it on time. And of course, if you, I'm going to give some instructions that the video has quite a talking entrance, and so if you want to, you know, move straight to the card, that makes a lot of sense. That little chat at the beginning is more an explanation of the reason why I have definitely, you know, decreased the amount of videos I have posted. And don't get me wrong, you know what, I do feel bad about it. It's just so funny. Okay, we're just aligning these and setting that up, and our last piece is this beautiful, beautiful baby. I guess yellow baby side. I really, really like it. I am not a yellow fan. I don't know if you've noticed. I think the only yellows I really, really like are the, you know, like Thanksgiving yellows, fall yellows, so the darker yellows. But I have to say that that yellow is super cute. And we're going to go ahead and center this piece as best as we can within what we got. And go ahead and do this again. Okay. And so I am thinking I'm going to leave that white, and I'll show you what my idea is. And this is our last piece to adhere here. And there we go. Okay, it's beautiful as is, right? Very simple. We're going to put this in here, and it's going to cover all that. So it's got its own, there it goes, its own personality if you want. Now, what do I want to put in here? I am going to bring my blending brush. Oh, you know, can I cut it from the pieces? I don't think I can. I'm going to bring my blending brush in, and yes, you guys know I always have my little piece of grit paper that I have been using. I'm going to bring my garden green, and we are going to just very softly go around it, all around it. And yes, we're going to create a little bit of greenery here. Not greenery, but green. And I am really, really softening this up. Super, super soft. I think the ones that always looks a little darker are the edges. And I'm darkening those edges on purpose. Okay. But all in all, very, very light. Okay. I'm going to move my blending brush, get that out of the way. And there we go. Okay, so this is going to come in here like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a lot of what's in here already. Okay, so I like these leaves, and I am guessing you probably already have an idea of what I want to do. Oh, that was not cool, was it? But we can probably put one. So I want to put a few of these hanging in here, and we're going to use some of these flowers, 2 of them. Okay. So let's decorate this a little bit. Now see, I'm going to put it like that. So we have 4 of them, and I'm just trying to put them, oops, exactly where I want them. Maybe I want them just like this, and then we'll have these flower covering those. Okay, so let's start with that. I am using our Precision Fine Tip glue pen. I really like it because it has already its little needle to go in, and that helps keeping everything in place. I'm going to start these on this side because I have to figure out how to correct that boo-boo first. Okay. But no, actually I'll have to start with that one. So I'm going to put this one up higher, and I somehow ended up putting some in the back, which we didn't need, and then I'm going to put this one a little lower, and I'm going to try to keep that kind of pattern. So be mindful when you're putting your glue where you're going to put your little leaf. So this one will go like so, and then we'll bring a little flower in here, and this will cover the rest. Okay, it's not wanting. Yeah, I think I want it like that. Okay, I needed to, yeah, I just want to make sure you're seeing what I'm doing. Okay, now we're going to do the same with this one. We're going to make this one not as low as the other one, as high as the other one. The other one was more like a need, but, you know. And then we'll bring this other one. Put some glue. I love this fine tip. Fine tip glue pen. I have to read it every time, guys. But I love it because it definitely helps so much when you're trying to do some of these more intricate areas to put glue with. And we're going to do the same thing. Just going to make this one like that. Okay. So I think that looks super cute. And once you have this here, you have it like hanging. Now, think about this. You could absolutely do this, I guess, if you wanted it in here this way, right? But I wanted it to be popping down if you want this way. And I really, really love that. Okay, so we are done with that. Now, I am thinking, so you remember, we have a variety of, I don't even know how to call this, but I am thinking we may use one of these just to keep up with the colors in here. Let's see. Maybe too much. If we make it smaller, Let's see. Something like that may work. So let's try to see how these work. So we know that that end, this one here in the end, it's 1 7/8. So these, which I think is like 2, it's 2 and 1/8, we'll need to decrease it little by little. So I'm going to cut 1/8 on this side, and now it's 2, and I'm going to cut another 1/8 on the other side, and now it is 1 7/8. And let's see how this looks in here. Oh, well, I shouldn't have cut it there, but now that I did, it's done. I think I want to do it like this. So it's a little bit folding over, maybe even a little bit more. And then we'll put this one like so. I want it very close to that, so I need to calculate. Okay, let me move this back up here. I'm actually going to use, I'm not going to cut it, sorry guys. I'm going to use the whole one. I didn't think of doing this way. So I need to see where this goes. I'm aligning it as best as I can, but I want this to be popping up on the other side. So I am just leaving these in here, and just as I've done many times, I am adding glue like that. Oops, we gotta, and then we're gonna add glue on here all over without moving, so we know it's going to fit perfectly. Okay, now that is super cute. So I'm going to bring this, and I should have done this beforehand. I didn't think about it. Hence, I forgot how to stamp. Guys, don't laugh. But you guys know that anyways, no matter what, I don't put things straight. I always try when I'm using my polymer stamps at the beginning, I always try on my grit paper, which is one of the reasons why I love my grit paper. And do I want special delivery? You know what? I'm going to clean this. I don't want special delivery just yet. It always sounds very baby, right? Baby-wise. So I'm cleaning my stamp in there, and my chamois are a little bit dry. I didn't even think of getting them all wet. But I think I want a happy birthday. I have a lot of birthdays. So I have some water here that I'm going to use for my chamois and to clean my hands. It always happens. My hands get all dirty. I'm like a little kid. So I need some water, and I'm cleaning my hands. And we're going to use the happy birthday. And we're still going to use this. Let's see. So I'm just putting them in my little block, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to use the smallest block we have. It's probably much better. And I'm going to use one and the other. Okay, so can you see it now? So there's happy. Here comes birthday, and we can align them as much as however we want. And I want them not aligned perfectly because that's me. And so we're going to go ahead and try here first. And then we're going to put the happy birthday here. As I'm trying to center it within here, but I am not going to put it straight. And I know you guys know I don't do anything straight, so I don't usually. And I knew that was going to happen because I was not doing this correctly. Of course, I'm going to remove that happy. Hopefully we don't damage this too much. Okay, I'm going to do this, guys. I shouldn't have to, but I'm going to. I'm going to use one of our Stampin' Rights and just finish it. This is all my fault. Because the reality is, you guys know that if you need to do these things, you need to do it. Okay, my rights are wrong. You need to do the stamping way before you glue stuff. But Maria sometimes does not pay attention. It happens. And I'm okay with that. Okay. So now we are going to adhere these in here. And so we're going to have some extra decoration there. And I'm going to use glue. I keep doing this incorrectly. Lack of practice. Okay, so don't forget that you don't have to put glue all the way. It's just in the first half. And so I am going to use my little ragging here to remove that glue. Okay, calculating that first half. I'm going to put some extra glue in here like so. Okay, completely my fault, out of practice. And I'm going to glue this one first, and I'm just aligning it perfectly, or well, perfectly sounds like no, not me. I don't do anything perfectly, but I'm aligning it, and that's why I'm using glue, because glue is so flexible, right? So forgiving. If you make a mistake or if you move, it won't hold it against you. And now we're going to put some glue on this area, and we're going to glue it in here. And all we want to do is just put it like so and align again. And I'm aligning the edges. And then, boom, there you go. There you have your little card. Okay, that moved again. That's why we love glue. Okay, there it is. There's our little card. Isn't this so cute and so easy and beautiful? I absolutely love it. Now, if you obviously want to do something different, you can totally change this, put it in the middle, make it different. Use these in the middle, something that goes this size. So if you bring this is very close to this, so you can make it, put this in the middle and make it like a different statement. But I don't know, I really wanted these leaves falling for some odd reason. Now the last thing that I kind of forgot of its existence, of course, is that you can make a little bow. You can make, this is still gluing, let's focus on that. You can make a little bow here. You can put this in here somehow. You guys know I really suck at bows, so I'm not even going to try that, but we'll probably use that in the future. So here's your card, double C folds, simple, vertical. Well, I say that because remember, you can absolutely do a double C fold horizontal, and it's a completely different look, right? So guys, let me know what you think of this simple card, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so soft and so kind of vintagey, right? I think it's just the flowers and the colors are perfect for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for being here with me today. Let me move back up. There I am. I really appreciate you being my crafting buddies. And oh, before I forget, other announcement. We made it to 1,000 people. I can't believe it. It took us a little bit forever. Boof, blowing my mind. I think it had to do with the changes I made and how unstable the YouTube channel was going. But hopefully we can help that improve. My thought is I'm going to have the woohoo party on the first week of the year, just to start a year with some good fun. I am thinking for that live. Let me check because I'm not sure. I don't even know who is when and what is what. Let me see. So it would be January 3rd. We are going to have our party for making it to 1,000 people. And I have some cool little gifts that I can send, and I have a big gift. So I hope you guys join me that day. I'm super excited about it. Okay. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe, to like the video, and to hit that notification bell. If you really like the video, go ahead and share it so we get more subscribers. I really appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.